YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and we are back in the Hannibal at the Gates campaign. Some of you might be like, where's the dang online play? Well, I think I explained it a couple of videos ago, but in case you missed it, I am in patch 12 beta, and there's really not many people online in the patch 12 beta, so I've been unable to get a quick match. You might be like, well, why don't you just uninstall it and go back to the other one? I tried this. And when I do, and I go back attempting to watch a replay, the game crashes every time I go to the replay screen, and I can't seem to get it fixed. So I just have to reinstall the patch 12 beta, which is where the save game for the Hannibal at the Gates campaign is now. So that's why I'm showing more of this, but when the beta goes live, of course, I'll be at the same patch level as everybody else, and it shouldn't be a big deal for me to get back into multiplayer. But that's why I've gone and not showed any faction focuses or other things this week with regard to multiplayer, because I simply can't get into multiplayer. So as soon as I can get back, of course I will bring it back to you, because that is one facet of the game that I enjoy, and I think lots of you do as well. But this gives me a chance to kind of catch up on the campaign, because I had actually not recorded as much of it as I wanted to last week, so I feel like this will be good. And that Roman agent is still giving us grief outside Lilybaeum. He is not going to be easy to get rid of. And eventually I'm assuming Syracuse and Rome will mean to gang up on me. That is why I hope to knock out the Maori fairly quick, so that I can then get that other army back. But I mean, it's got at least 5 or 10 turns of heavy marching to get back that far. Why did the Massili just pass by the Volcay there? Are you kidding? It's a confirmed war target. Ah, good grief. Yeah, I don't have 1900 to spare on you. Alright, so... Besides, this is a... Ooh, we can secure a promotion. Whoa, it costs 2,000. Good grief. I can secure a promotion for Hasdrubal, which does give me bonuses to tax rates. But I don't know if that's worth it. I mean, that's a lot of money. I'm going to postpone for now, because I probably need my money elsewhere. There's a few more buildings that I want to get scheduled.
I am your champion, my lord.
Let's try another manipulation here.
They will join.
Alright, keep this enemy agent busy. And I can't believe they didn't attack this army. The Maori didn't. I can't quite reach their settlement, and some of my guys are a little beat up, but unless the Maori have access to troops wildly different than the Numidian troops I'm used to, we should be perfectly okay.
My lord, to victory!
I'm going to auto-resolve this and see if we can kill this little Maori fleet here. They killed a bunch of my elephants even when they're on ships. Oh well. Should be fine. I don't think this small Maori fleet has the wherewithal to be able to take my city. And if we can just extinct the Maori of all their armies, it'll get rid of their agents as well. Holy crap, there are 5 Roman agents outside Lilybaeum right now. You know what I really would like to do, and it's going to be risky, but the Roman fleet's probably just going to sit out here because it's going to be afraid to attack me.
Yes.
And I'd love to attack it with my navy if I thought I had any chance of beating it, but I probably don't. So I'm kind of considering a little strategy here. I'm thinking about leaving Lilybaeum, let the Romans have it, marching on and exterminating Syracuse so that at least I get rid of Syracuse's agents. It's not going to be real easily done because Syracuse is going to have a large army here to garrison their city, so it might be cool though too to march on to Messana and put pressure on the Romans at Messana. So that is a possibility as well. But if I do go on and leave Lilybaeum open, part of me is considering whether or not to leave this fleet here. I'm just not certain what to do. It's going to take me several turns to cross with another army, and I would have to keep them safe. How about we take this fleet back to Carthago? And, let's see, this is an enemy fleet. Maybe that'll tempt the Roman fleet in by just opening up. Wow, that is a lot of Roman agents. There's 2 more enemy veterans, so there's 3 enemy veterans and 2 spies. I don't know how many agents the Romans can field in total. They're already fielding more than me, which doesn't really surprise me. The AI is quite good at taking advantage of those types of things. And I wish the stinking Mesli would just attack these guys. Are you kidding? It's quite ridiculous. Okay, well, let's use what little money I have left to make some economic impact. Just build another farm here. And I probably have enough money if there's any other small projects. There's a little farm that can be upgraded there. Here we go, Kartuba can be expanded. Let's build an agora there, that's always a helpful building. And let's see. This veteran has leveled up. Alright. And this army has gained a level, or the general has gained a level as well. Okay. Let's end this turn and see what happens. I'm really hoping the Romans will attack me at Lilybaeum. At least I think, I hope they will. Yeah, here they come. I hope they attack me as long as I can defeat them. They're mostly composed of Hastati, 2 Principes, 3 mercenary Etruscan hoplites, I believe. Yes, indeed. 4 Velites. And then they have 2 Equites. It's an interesting army, though I don't see what chance they really have against me. My Libyan infantry can trounce their Hastati. It would be a closer match against their Principes. My pikes are going to be absolutely brutal, so long as I can keep them safe from enemy Velites, which I'm pretty certain I can. So let's fight this on the battlefield. This will give us a good chance to deal the Romans a crushing defeat, and perhaps avenge the fleet that they massacred at my stupidity of a command. Oh, they're coming in via sea as well. Wow. I forgot to take notice of that, so that means all their Equites will be dismounted, which means their Velites are going to be wildly vulnerable to my Carthaginian cav. So this is going to be interesting. And I can pretty much oppose them at the beach because this is a small town and I have room to do so. And I intend to do so. I don't want their landing to be an easy one. Okay. Just leave my peasants here in the town square. Alright. Keep my elephants at bay as well. Let's see what the Romans decide to do. Obviously, though, we want to win this and win convincingly, because it might dissuade Syracuse from attacking as well. I'm going to go into fast forward, see where the Romans intend to land their fleet. It's a rather large one. It is possible that they want to... Ooh, they're probably just going to go after my boats. I'll put them to port, though. Plus, that'll only leave 1 landing space here in case they decide to land here. Okay, well, the Romans won't have a chance to get at my fleet, and I doubt I could do much damage with it, to be honest. So I'm better off to just put them to port and try and get the Romans to come land so that I can assault them right out of their ships, single them out, and destroy them, hopefully. And indeed, the Romans have turned to land now. I'll leave these skirmishers here in case the Romans do decide to try and land some ships here. Okay, let's see what the Romans are bringing towards me. There are 2 Equites, Hastati, Etruscan hoplite, Hastati. There's a Velite in the back, a levies. Okay, so all their skirmishers are coming to this beach, and their infantry appears to be moving onward. Legatus might be trying to come in the harbor. If he does, he's going to get a hail of javelins to the face. So I think what I'm going to do, based on what's coming towards me, is move up this infantry and my own skirmishers. And then cav, and what I'll do is, since there's no skirmishers coming, I'll bring my... I'm going to keep my elephants away from their Velites. The Romans are going to land their Equites here. None of these units are particularly threatening to me. In fact, all of these over here except for these well, even the Rowari would be pretty susceptible to my Carthaginian cav, which is on hand right behind this hill.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
I'm gonna leave my skirmishers up front to get some of these Roman troops as they disembark.
Libyan infantry, advance at speed.
Okay, the Roman equites are pushing forward. Let my javelins get them. I'll just pull back. Take my javelins off skirmish. See if we can lure the Roman equites in. I'll just let them run straight at me. No real concern there. I'm going to let these troops disembark before I assault them with my cavalry, because I don't want those Velotes getting throws on me while they're still in their boats. Yeah, these guys are going to get cut down by my Libyan infantry. I'm going to countercharge these Hastati.
Libyan infantry.
And I'm going to countercharge these Etruscan hoplites. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do it with these guys. I'm going to outflank right here. Try and finish this quicker.
Libyan infantry.
Okay, there we go. Okay, this Rowari is singled out, so I'm going to smash it from all sides with my Carthaginian cav. Actually, I'm going to bypass the Rowari altogether and go straight for their skirmishers.
Melee cavalry, ready!
Cavalry. Melee cavalry.
Though I do believe I'll smash that Hastati.
Melee cavalry! For order!
Okay, I'm going to sneak through here with my melee cav, get into these guys. And let's go reinforce. I'm actually losing. I'll let this unit get overwhelmed. Gotta go save it. Might be too late though. I might have betrayed it. Okay, my Carthaginian cav's mopping up the skirmishers.
The men are wavering.
I am losing this unit here though. Throwing the javelin's probably not going to help me save my men, so I'm going to go ahead and cease that. Retreating them at this point won't really probably save them either. And this Carthaginian hoplite's getting overwhelmed as well. So I'm going to try and get in here and outflank. And let's mob these units here. My Carthaginian cav's actually doing just fine versus that Hastati. Oh, there's a Roman general in the town square attacking my javelins who were not in fire at will. Or I guess they were at fire at will. Or no, that's a mob. I selected the wrong unit. Yeah, let's see you capture the town square. See how the Roman general handles some pikemen.
Flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
These Hastati are doing extraordinarily well versus my swordsmen. It's good to know, because I do have the difficulty kind of jacked up. So to see them do that well... Oh, there's a Principe behind me here, too, that needs some javelins in its back. Noticed that until just now. My pikes are going to have no problem mowing down this Legatus. And then my javelins ought to quickly mow down this Principe.
Libyan infantry! Cavalry! Riders at fall!
Yep, my javelins working their magic on that Principe. I definitely took more damage here than I wanted to, but we should be alright. I might have lost a Libyan infantry, but we can recoup from such a loss.
The gods are with us! Charge!
Okay, we've broken that Principe, which was my main concern at this point.
The battle is turning in our favor.
And we've killed the mercenary Etruscan hoplites. The general is dead.
Pike infantry ready!
How did the general manage to kill 18 of my pikemen? I think that's probably a bit of an exaggeration. Here is the Roman general right here, actually. Getting jabbed by pikemen. Get him! At least jab a few of those guys. Are you kidding me? Put him out of his misery. Thank you. Glad there's one loyal Carthaginian amongst us.
For the people of Carthage!
Okay, there are some heavy hoplites. I'm tempted to just charge my elephants into what's remaining, but that's probably not a good idea. It is possible I lost a Libyan infantry. Those Roman units were a little hardier than I thought they would be.
What are your orders?
Okay.
Pikemen at your command! Pike infantry
I'm
ready!
gonna put 2 pikemen right here.
March! Baal Hamon has blessed
And
us!
we'll just pike up here.
Sin and Tolizas at the double!
I'm gonna bring this javelinman back to safety.
War elephants!
And it looks like the Romans taking some strange path through town here. And some of them marching in testudo from the non-existent missile threat.
My lord! Forward!
Their other Principe unit is here though. And it looks like they're bypassing that entryway as well. I think they mean to come around all the way through.
Riders at the
So I guess I will actually activate my elephants at this point.
Riders at the double! Riders at orders!
I'm going to move a pikeman up into this vicinity. I can't just charge my cav into these packed Romans in the streets. I don't think that's going to turn out well. I think I'll actually pull up my pikemen and threaten them. See if I can get them fixed. Let's bring my cav around out this way.
We are at your command! Taxi Argos!
I'll just try and bring my elephants around.
Pikemen at your command!
I'm going to keep trying to form up right behind the Romans and see if I can get their attention.
Time! At the double!
These pikemen, and of course if I think the Romans are going to turn and attack, I'll just halt and drop my pikes. Which does look like that time is now. So here comes these Etruscan hoplites charging straight into a pike wall. And then that means that all these swordsmen are going to be open to my elephants and cav, which is actually going to be great.
War elephants!
Okay, that path is actually open. Okay, so the Romans are kind of getting closed in on here.
Engage! For glory!
My elephants are kind of getting hung up on the pathfinding here. They have a charge order, but they're not charging because there's a building in their way.
Cavalry, ready!
Cavalry! Stand and Tolizas! Riders! My lord! For honor! Melee cavalry ready!
Cavalry! Charge!
I was going to say, surely we can run faster than that.
Attack.
For honor and glory!
Second wind down on one of these guys. War cry here.
Glory!
This should turn into a chain route here with my elephants and Carthaginian cav mobbing all these Romans. That's not the kind of fight they want to be in. Alright, let's go ahead and end the battle. I think we pretty well destroyed the Romans. It could have been slightly better for me. I did lose a Libyan infantryman, probably for good. If I'm extremely lucky, I'll get to keep it. But the Romans suffered a very handy defeat, and I did not lose my Libyan infantry. This was extraordinary luck on my part. Extraordinary luck, actually. So yeah, beat back the Romans there in a massive victory, hopefully offsetting some of my recent horrendous setbacks. But the Romans now will go back into agent warfare, which is what the AI does best, and pretty much what it does to win. Just hits you with overwhelming AI warfare from their cheat money. Now, don't get me wrong, the Romans would be a fairly wealthy faction by this point, because I'm sure that they own a pretty good deal of land. I haven't gotten to see the entirety of their territory. Syracuse sails off past me. Interesting choice.
We implore you.
The
show
Massili
your
want me to
strength.
join their war
Engage
against
these
the
foes,
Samnites.
And by so doing, put fear in many
I'm
hearts.
surprised the Samnites aren't at war with me already. I don't see any reason for me to join the war against the Samnites right now at the moment, especially since you should be killing the Volcade,
I
which is
see
what you
that
agreed to. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of time for war against the Samnites, and it looks like the Numidians are going to come out against me as well. Let's see what we're up against. I do have 4 Celtic Light Horse, albeit some are slightly damaged. Ooh, that's bad. Numidian Noble Cav. At least there's only one of them. I do have heavy infantry though, and ought to do well. And I have slingers to defend my men against their javelins and slingers. So we should be fine. This will be the last bit of this episode. That'll be all I have time for before I go on my business trip. But if you're watching this, obviously it's already towards the end of my business trip, because I should be on my way home by this point. The Battle of Rutubus. So this will be interesting. Relatively flat ground here. This is the kind of ground that the Numidian horsemen would certainly have done well on.
Hamun gives us strength.
I am honestly just going to spread my infantry into one line, albeit a very interesting line. Or actually,
Pikes ready. Hoplites ready.
let's make a front
We await your orders.
of hoplites and pikes. And then let's put my
Infantry
African
at your
swords and my Scutari swords here.
Ready.
And let's see if we can use our skirmishers to draw in the Numidian cav. I'll manually skirmish. Keep my elephant at a safe distance. And let's keep my cav somewhat protected for now in order to again goad the Numidians forward. And let's get our pikemen into pike formation before I forget. Okay,
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
that Numidian noble cav I believe is in one of the reinforcing armies. And the AI is probably going to go ahead and form up all its troops while doing this strange victory dance here, which may be a bit premature. This is called the Victory Shuffle, in case you're a Maori. Let's take a look at some of their units. Pretty cool looking units. Though their color scheme's a bit drab. Though probably more realistic. Alright. Of course, I don't know. I don't know what kind of colors went on back then. Maybe people were like all into color back then. Wow, that is a lot of Maori troops. And a lot of tribal slingers. These guys are going to get murdered by Celtic Light Horse, though, if I get the chance. They have 6 Numidian cav, one of which is a noble. And a great number of tribesmen, javelin men. We're going to have to run most of these guys down. Their heavy infantry is... Well, they don't even have heavy infantry, but their infantry is not a threat. It's their skirmishers that's a threat, and they have a line of about 20 of them right here. And then they just have light infantry for the most part. There's 1 Numidian, or 2 Numidian noble infantry here, which are, I wouldn't say dangerous, but capable.
Pikemen.
And I've got mercenary Balearic slingers. What I will do, though... Actually, yeah, I'm not going to have these guys... I'm going to change my formation just slightly.
Hoplites ready. The gods are with us.
I'm going to take all my hoplites and all my swordsmen. Actually hard group them. And once I think the enemy's close enough, I'm just going to do an AI formation attack and push hard forward. Okay, here we go.
Our horses love blood. Pikemen awaiting orders.
Some pikemen here in the center.
Horsemen, ready for
I'm
battle.
going to go run down these skirmishers on the flanks. Good, my infantry did push forward. I can use my pikes to reinforce.
Hamun guards us.
And I can push back with my light horse over here. And since they're going to run from me, I'll just go straight for their foot skirmishers, which are a lot more helpless. And here we'll go this way.
Melee infantry at the ready.
Yeah, the AI is actually doing a pretty good job of scattering and trying to make my job of mop-up difficult. I'll give them that. And it is the way they should be doing this. I'm going to try and deliver the knockout blows to their infantry. I've got their tribesmen out here wavering. Wait, are tribesmen spearmen? Well, if they were, they're dead. Let's get back over here.
Horsemen!
The men are
Those
wavering.
Numidian cav are going to keep running from me, so I'm just going to keep pushing onto the foot skirmishers at this point. Let's reinforce this fight against the noble infantry. We can now give pursuit to that tribal slinger, get it to quit shooting me in the back.
Hoplites ready!
Okay, there is a Numidian noble infantry still in the center.
Men awaiting orders!
I'll sick my pikemen on it.
Libyan infantry!
My Numidian infantry out here is pretty thrashed from
Our men
skirmish fire
flee the field of
and
battle.
might possibly
This
die.
is a shameful display.
If I can chase off some of these units, I can possibly keep it alive.
Malay infantry! Equo! Riders ready! Kill! Kill!
I'm actually just going to go for these tribal slingers. Let's use my own slingers to see if we can put some hurt.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Let's consolidate all my infantry to attack there. I did catch that Numidian cav with some of my swordsmen. That Celtic light horse paid off here, folks. If I wouldn't have had a way to run down these skirmishers, they would have absolutely destroyed me. And they are probably going to kill my Scutari there with that Numidian cav. I don't find Numidian cav to be wildly effective, but whenever you get enough of
Our
them,
men flee the field of battle.
it's going to be bad.
This is a shameful display.
Gonna have to get away over here.
We hunger for blood! Slingers!
And I'll bring my elephants in to drive back these spearmen.
We'll kill them all!
Hoplites ready!
Kind of getting outmaneuvered here. Wow, AI is actually doing a really good job of putting up an
One of our
extended fight
units has
here.
used all its ammunition.
I'm gonna try and hunt down this Numidian cav with my remaining slingers. I've engaged the Numidian noble infantry, but I'm gonna get hit by this Numidian cav, which is gonna do enough to damage
Our
me.
general is under attack.
Okay, my light horse though has gotten a substantial number of kills. Unfortunately for me, I think the Numidian cavalry was out of javelins by the time it got around my elephants. But this battle's not quite over yet, folks. This is going to be a bloody one. I need to keep my light horse alive. I don't know how this Numidian noble infantry is still alive. It's surrounded by pikemen and other infantry. I didn't quite think it was strong enough to pull off that. Okay, I'm just going to stand my ground with these Balearic slingers. See if I can hammer this Numidian cav. I gotta save some of my Balearic slingers.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
This is gonna be a close one, folks. The number of Numidian skirmishers on the field was actually considerably dangerous. Let's take down these skirmish units. Okay, we now have a rout going on amongst the Numidian infantry.
Our men flee the field of
Wow,
battle.
that was a fun battle, actually.
Shameful display.
The Numidians put up quite a fight there. That was actually really enjoyable. That's probably one of the more enjoyable battles I've had against the AI, actually.
Horsemen! Forward! Warriors! Ready! Light horse!
Got a considerable number of kills with my light cavalry. You can see one of them over 300, two over 200, and another, yeah, 150. I'm going to use my Balearic slingers to
Our
mop
men
up
flee
these
the field of battle.
Numidian noble infantry.
This is a shameful display.
And as soon as it routs, I'll run it down with my cavalry and make sure that it... What? These light horsemen fled? That's weird.
Light horse!
I don't know what they were getting attacked by.
Ready and eager! Mounted warriors!
Those Numidian noble infantry are actually really strong. I mean, they're just sitting here getting hammered by Balearic slinger fire.
Slingers! Ready!
Let's see if I can let my Balearic slingers finish these guys off.
We hunger for blood!
And that'll be it. Like I said, that'll be it for this episode. But I want to kill the Numidian general here. I think my slingers will actually kill them faster than my cavalry, but I'll keep my cavalry close by so that they can't escape.
The enemy general
There he
is
goes.
dead.
Alright, so that's the end of the enemy general, which means we can quit this battle. Let's hope the Maori don't have any more forces nearby. That was actually an incredible fight, and I wonder how many of my men are going to come away from it alive. Obviously not many, but really disappointed in the way my pikemen performed there, but of course they may not have necessarily died to the Numidian noble infantry, they might have just died to all the skirmishers in the vicinity, which would honestly make more sense. And again, once again, I get very fortunate with how many men that I come away with, and the Numidians are pushed back with considerable losses. But, unfortunately, if I take the city, I'm probably going to lose a considerable portion of my army if I can take it at all. So it might be smart for me, and I know you all hate this, to retreat, regroup for a turn or two, and then make sure that I take it without losing all my troops, because I really need to keep that army intact. We do have Apache factories, apparently, because I forgot to build stuff here. Let's get rid of it, because that constricts my food supply. Yeah, I mean, there's a new army here, a new army here. Both of these are going to have, you know, fancy units in them, and so will these ones that just recouped. Honestly, my best bet is to tear out of here at all due speed and get as far back into my territory as I can in order to avoid being overwhelmed by the Numidians. So that'll be what I need to do there, and I can go ahead and possibly recruit some more troops as well. I think these Celtic Light Horse have done fantastic. I might go ahead. Gosh, the expense is extreme, but I could honestly use some of these. Oh gosh, 307 upkeep though. Boy, I just have a hard time justifying that. I'll just get my mercenary Scutari back, and we'll call it good for now. But anyway, HeirofCarthage signing off, folks. Hope you enjoyed it.